So I've recorded most of this video a few days ago, but I think I'm still digesting the biopsy results. So I'm going to talk about this in the video. I'm going to talk about what my next steps are going to be. Well, it's tough. Getting such a dire diagnosis is kind of tough. I'm learning what it means. It's not one of those things you can just glide over. It doesn't matter how strong I thought it was. I guess I'm human and attached to this life. So, well, this is the coming up video. My biopsy results, what that means, what I'm going to do about it, how you can help, because I think that more than ever, I need the help of human community, because so far it's just me and my wife in this, and well, and the whole of universe, obviously, that's helping out, but as human, that's always the tough part to remember, that we're not alone, especially when we're not feeling good. Let's show humans that humans are better than animals. It took for freaking ever to have the results of that biopsy, but hey, now March 12th, I'm going to my nephrologist to see what he says. My biopsy result was definitely not as good as I thought, so I got some pretty bad news. So at the end of January, I had a biopsy on my kidney. I needed a biopsy because despite curing all my illnesses, my previous illnesses with the carnivore diet, my kidneys were still showing quite a few signs of distress, to the point that my nephrologist ordered a biopsy. It took for freaking ever to have the results of that biopsy, but hey, now March 12th, I'm going to my nephrologist to see what he says. I have seen the result of the biopsy, which is why I am really anxious and scared. It did not look good. The good news is I didn't know anything about kidneys, so I could have read lots of research wrong, but I don't think so. And well, it feels like I'm going to the butcher. I'm scared that the carnivore diet is not going to help enough. As of today, I started fasting. Well, I started fasting last night after dinner, actually, because I haven't eaten anything since. So I want to try and do a few days of fasting because, well, it appears that carnivore is not enough, because I had an ultrasound yesterday too. And so far my ultrasound had always been okay, but yesterday was not okay. So despite the carnivore, despite healing everything else, my kidneys are still getting worse, which makes it kind of scary. Kidneys are very delicate, and they're our filters. And if they go to shit, there's a lot of other stuff happening, and I really don't want any of that to happen, obviously, but let's see what he says, and let's see where that's gonna end, and let's see. Hopefully I won't have a complete meltdown before going to the doctor. I will have it only after the doctor. So that's it. I guess you can turn it off, because I don't know what else to say right now. I wanted to say I'm shitting my pants, like literally, but I don't remember what I wanted to say. As an autistic person, I think the thing that I hate the most is not being able to recognize my emotions. It's like I feel blank. I literally feel like I'm walking into a white room with white walls, with white air, with white smell, white texture. Everything is white. There's nothing in there, and I can't grasp my feeling, which it's kind of hard, because underneath, I know there's a lot of things happen, because afterwards, they come up all together like a big avalanche. And carnivore has helped me to recognize that this is happening, because that is a big change that has happened since carnivore. But geez, it doesn't really feel a lot better. Not really. And I don't know. I'm making this video just because I promised I would document my journey without filters. And if the carnivore is not helping with something, I want to document it. Of course, I don't know if it's carnivore, if this is something else. I guess I'll find out soon. But if there's something that I can bring to other people going into this journey, I'm going to do it the way it is. I'm not going to put any little filters on it. So you'll see me scared. I'm scared. And that's it.
Yeah, I'm just too much of an exception. I mean, all the things that are happening to me are like extremely rare, and this is the rarest of the rarest. This is just it almost sounds like a joke. I mean, I go for the doctor for something and they can't figure out what it is, and then after test after test after test, they figure out, I'm like, oh wow, you have this super rare thing. It took like I think 3 years to figure out that I had a thoracic outlet syndrome that was clogging my artery. It took I don't know how many years to figure out other stuff, and now I have this. And this is like the rarest of the rarest. My nephrologist, he's not a younger guy. He has his age. He said he's never seen any cases, any living cases of it. He's read about it, but he's never seen it. How lucky. And the name of what I have, I mean, for short, I call it CG3, which is kind of correct, but the full name is, let me see if I can get you the full name. What my biopsy showed is I have a C3 glomerulopathy, which is a type of primary membranoproliferative glomerulonephritis. That means that there's this protein compound C3 that goes into the glomerulus of my kidney, and they die because that's, well, in short, they die, so it kills them. It's apparently an autoimmune disease, which is also the good news, because if it's an autoimmune disease, I can use the lion diet to get better. But it's really not that much of a change. Thank God I don't have to go from how I ate to carnivore right now. I'm already carnivore 7 months in. What I'm doing is pretty intimate. I really had to think. I was not sure I wanted to put myself out in the public this way. I think that the bottom line is, if I manage to heal this, that literally means that there's no bottom to what we can heal. There's not just no cure for this. I mean, they don't even really understand how it works. So I decided to turn myself into a guinea pig. Given how rare this disease is that I have, and given how little you can find, I mean, usually when I had something, I would go to Reddit. Why? Because on Reddit, there's all these threads where people talk about what they're doing for the disease, what's happening, how they get better, how they get worse. So I think it's a hell of a good place to find real people information. I mean, of course, you filter out BS, but on all of Reddit, I found only one thread talking about this disease, and there were only 3 people in this thread, which that left me with a little bit like, okay, I don't know what to do. Besides what I'm doing, obviously. I mean, there's no cure, absolutely no cure. There's a tentative treatment, so it's autoimmune, we'll give you steroids to shut down your immune system. Thank you very much. So I'm gonna get a million other diseases if you shut down my immune system. I'll be your C3G guinea pig. I will keep you updated on how my life goes. Will I rise from my ashes, or will it not happen? Is the lion diet gonna really cure this too? Or I don't know, I'll see you soon with a different type of update. I don't know, obviously now I have to go and do tons of more tests to see how bad it is. I just found out I still have a huge hematoma on my kidney that where they took the biopsy. That was 7 weeks ago. So that also is really not good news. I'm bound to not doing any real movement or exercise again. Let's see. Another mistake that was made was that when I went to the ER after my biopsy because I wasn't feeling well, I don't know where the communication mishap happened, but I suffered a 1.3 centimeter hematoma after my biopsy. I was sent home because it was deemed to be safe enough if I stayed on the couch, which I did. But then after 10 days, I went back to the ER because I was feeling really bad. My pain was unbearable. And they did a CT scan on me, and they told me that I had a big hematoma. But they told me the hematoma was 0.7 centimeters, so it's actually 77 millimeter. The truth is, it was 7.7 centimeter. And as you can see from this image, it takes over like over 2/3 of my kidney, because this is one kidney and this is the other, the healthy kidney. And as you see, this huge thing is a hematoma. I don't know, I'm still quite in shock. I'm really happy that I was bedbound in that time, well, couch-bound, and that my wife was really able to take care of everything, because that would have been really dangerous. Thing is, it became 7 times bigger in those 10 days I was at home. So I really thank the universe for me still being here. From the ultrasound, they saw I still have it, so they're sending me again to do another CT scan. They're trying to figure out why, because now it's after 7 weeks. I should not have it, regardless of anything. I should either be dead or healed. I'm not, as usual, but everything about me apparently is crazy weird, so I'm kind of used to that now. So anyhow, I mean, if you are a carnivore, if you suffer from some diseases, if you want to see how this works, if you're a doctor and are interested, you should really be interested in this. But just subscribe and keep checking out my channel, because I'll give updates on how I'm doing and how the tests are doing, and I will keep you on the go. So what I'm gonna do from now on is go strict lion diet. And for those that don't know what lion diet is, it's a very strict type of carnivore diet. So you don't just only eat animal product, but you only eat ruminants. It's like, you know, sheep, goats, cows, obviously. You don't eat no eggs, no butter, no cream. So all the other, no cheese, all the other elements that wider carnivore diet allows, or where people, you know, just eat it. In the beginning, I thought the lion diet was insane, but I thought carnivore was insane too, so, you know. The reason for the lion diet, the reason behind the lion diet also makes sense. We have evolved doing that. It's called that way because it's pretty much what apex predators eat. So like a lion is a predator, and they only eat specific type of animals, like gazelles. And the type of animals that lions eat have the double stomach. They're ruminants. And that does a very specific thing. It makes a difference in our body, because ruminants eat grass. They ruminate. They have more than one stomach, and they keep digesting. So what they do is actually, with all their intricate digestive system, they break down all the nutrients that are into the fibers and are into the grass, so that their meat actually contains all of these elements. Those are the most nutritious meats there is on this planet. So obviously, if you're really sick, the most important thing you can do is give your body the best and cleanest nutrition ever, so that your body only takes really the food and there's almost nothing to discard, so it doesn't have to work at it. If you're sick and you give your body processed crap, most of your body's energy is in trying to keep inflammation down and trying to figure out what the hell to do with all the crap you've given it. And that's usually why people that eat the standard American diet and other type of diets that now has spread everywhere in the world, which blows my mind, how instead of having a better diet spread, we have the crappiest diet in the world spread. But I guess that is capitalism. When you eat that diet, you just, there's nothing you can do. You will get sick. It's like having a gun playing the Russian roulette, and you know there's only one bullet, but you want to press it 7 times. At some point, that bullet is gonna hit you, and the bullet has hit me too. So by eating only ruminants, I will give my body the best chance known to humans in our state of consciousness, in our state of knowledge, to heal, because I'll give it the cleanest and the most available nutrients there is. On the side, I will also take supplements like vitamin D, maybe not for long enough, but this is the first time we're actually having a nice day here. Another thing besides vitamin D, I will probably take some activated charcoal, not daily, but now and then. I have to see how it works, because that also helps to get rid of a lot of discard material in my body. I need to help my body because my kidneys are really, really low in their functioning. So activated charcoal will not cure them, but will support this whole system. On top of that, I take iodine because iodine helps absolutely everything. So I will keep my iodine protocol because of my MTHFR mutation and my whole methylation problems. I will probably supplement some B12 and B9 from time to time, as well as B6, just because my body has an intrinsic deficiency. And although my last blood work in that regard was actually almost a normal range, the best I've had it so far. Given this illness, I want to help my body not struggle. I want to help my body heal. So I will do everything I can to support this, transition into healing, because I believe in healing. On top of all these physical things, I think I'm doing something even more important. I've started already some time ago, after I started the carnivore diet, to reach more inside of myself and look at myself as a whole human being. Try to understand what unresolved issues and what unseen issues I have in my life, because we all do. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Gabor Mate, but he has some really interesting studies about illnesses and how they correlate with different type of traumas. I remember reading his book. What's the name of the book? Okay, I'll write it because I can't remember now. Something with normal. I remember that when checking out his videos and his book, I always wondered, interesting that I never had an autoimmune disease, because everything is saying I shouldn't have one. Duh. There you go. I did. It was just too rare for doctors to figure it out sooner. But because I believe that everything we are is not just flesh and bones and DNA, there's the other part. And the other part is as important, if not more. Because I absolutely believe that once we heal all our parts, our body will just follow. You cannot heal a broken bone if you keep throwing a hammer on it. So, there's like the middle line. There's the right line that goes to one extreme, the left one goes to the other extreme. If we manage to find a good balance where we go a little bit and a little bit, I'm pretty sure that in there's lots of secrets. And despite being a psychologist, despite having worked with a lot of psychologists for myself and as a psychologist for others, there's just no end to learning. The only really time you end learning is when we have learned it all, which I believe we can. It just might take a while and a different type of mindset than the one that I currently have, because I'm limited. I'm limited by my beliefs, and I'm limited by a lot of things. 7 months ago, I would have never believed that eating only animal products and getting rid of all the veggies I adored and I did everything in the world to grow were killing me. I knew sugar wasn't good. I knew carbs should be avoided. I had seen that in my life. Without carbs, I always did better, but I never thought I would go to such extreme. Now I'm going to an even further extreme, and let's see what happens. If you want to support me, if you want to help my journey, there's a few things you can really do to help me a lot. One of this is subscribe to my channel. Subscribe and like, because that will help the algorithm tell other people that my content can make sense, because I believe that there's people out there that are in my same situation and are desperate and they don't know what to do. So if you like and subscribe, that will help the algorithm to help me get out. Help me help people see that they're not alone. The second thing I'd like you to do, please, leave a comment. Tell me, what did carnivore do for you, so that other people can see in the comments and maybe be helped by your comment, because I think the most important thing is that we build community, because only in the community is the strength of humanity. And when we get together for something good, this can multiply. So please comment. And if you've never ever thought of a carnivore diet, and this is the first time in your life you ever hear of it, leave me a comment. Even if it's just to say that you're crazy, leave me a comment. Read the comments that other might have left. Again, check it out, subscribe, and please come back and comment. Comment, and let me know what is happening for you. Let's support this community. Let's support people that want to heal.